welcome here to the Baldwin City Ballpark for a Mid-Plains League matchup between the visiting Midwest A's and your Baldwin City Blues. I'm Joe Compton on the call here today. We're going to start by announcing the starting lineups. First for the visiting Midwest A's. Batting first, the second baseman, Blake Veneman. Following Veneman, the shortstop, Evan Johnson. Batting third for the A's, the right fielder, Aiden Blackwitz. Cleaning up, left fielder, Mitchell Smith. Batting fifth for the A's, the designated hitter, P.J. Alvarez. Following him in at first base, Drew Oreskes. Batting seventh for the A's and playing third base, A.J. Alvarez. Batting eighth, the catcher, Clayton Eskra, and finishing off the lineup for the A's, the center fielder, Aiden Morgan. Pitching for the A's tonight is Max Hernandez. Now announcing the Blues lineup. Batting first, the center fielder, Maverick Rockers. Following him, the right fielder, Gannon Grebe. Batting third for the Blues, finishing off the outfield, Vincent Esposito in left field. Batting fourth, the catcher, Solomon Holmes. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Austin Rocha. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Caleb Moore. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Steven Azaro. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Gage Callahan. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Grant Simblick. Pitching for the Blues tonight is Tucker Russell. And we're going to take a break here in just a moment. We're going to maybe try to set the scene for this game. Both teams maybe underperforming relative to last season. The A's currently sitting at 6-9. Blues 7-7. Last year, these two teams were the 2 and 3 seeds.
In the 3-hole, number 23, Vincent Esposito.
As of right now, the Blues sit at 4th.
Playing first base for the Baldwin City Blues, number 13.
The A's in 5th.
In the 6-hole, number 11, Caleb Moore.
This is a
designated hitter for tonight,
big game for seeding.
Playing third base for the Baldwin
Not
City
only
Blues,
the game, the series. Both these teams will play tomorrow in Belton.
And in the 9-hole, number 17, Grant Simblick.
If the
for your Baldwin City Blues is number 14, Tucker Russell.
If the A's can get the sweep, then they will overtake the Blues. But we're going to take a break and step aside here shortly, and we will be back in just a second. We return to you on the Sunflower Sports Network. We have just finished National Anthem, and folks, I think we're going to start a little bit early tonight. Time is currently 6:56 here in Baldwin City, And Tucker Russell is warming up for his first inning of work. Russell on the season has 3 games played, 2 starts, 11 innings pitched. And in those 11 innings pitched, 1 win. Russell has a 1-0 record, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 10 walks, 20 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. Russell has an ERA of 2.55 and a whip of 1.8. We're starting this game off right now. Batting first, Blake Veneman.
Leading off from Midwest A's, number 5, Blake Veneman.
We have moved, there is our scoreboard there. Veneman playing second base for the A's tonight. As the first pitch by Russell in there for called strike 1. This might be one of the first times tonight that I can remember having that pitch low for ball 1. That I can remember having an umpiring crew that I remember both people. Behind the dish is league veteran Scott. Is that one high for ball 2? Russell's next pitch low for ball 3, so the count is 3-1 early. Blake Veneman is a native of nearby Olathe, but plays his college ball in Iola at Allen County Community College. Just Allen Community College. That one is high for ball 4. An early base runner.
Now batting shortstop, number 22, Evan Johnson.
Brings up Evan Johnson. Johnson originally from Peoria, Illinois, but played his senior season at Blue Valley North in Overland Park. Russell's throw back to first, not in time. Of course, Peoria, home of the Peoria Chiefs, as Johnson looks at that one, called strike 1. Strike 2, that one is hit in the air to the right fielder Grebe. He's under it and makes the grab. Throws back. Veneman was a little slow getting back to the bag, but he does get back safely. But 1 away here in the top of the first. So Aiden Blackowitz stepping up for the A's. So pitch is high for ball 1. Blackowitz, another Olathe native, but unlike Veneman, went to Olathe South. That's Russell's pitch in there for called strike 1. So 1-1 the count with 1 away. All 3 players for the A's that have been up to bat so far all have played at community colleges, and all of them are in Kansas. Blackowitz currently playing at Barton Community College in Great Bend. Russell deals. Blackowitz, that finds the hole. And 1 out single for Aiden Blackowitz. There are now 2 on for the Midwest A's and for Mitchell Smith, the cleanup hitter. So that one is high for ball 1. Other games throughout the league tonight. The Junction City Brigade are taking on the Topeka Warhawks in Topeka. Lane Gillespie is on the call on that one at midplainsleague.mixler.com. And the Bravos are hosting the Red Hot Kansas City Monarchs tonight in Leavenworth. That game also on midplainsleague.mixler.com. Drew Olson doing the play-by-play for that one. Russell's pitch hit in the air. Rockers trying to come back to it, makes the grab, and both Blackowitz and Veneman getting back safely. So 2 away, but it was a nice over-the-shoulder catch from Rockers in center field to retire Smith. He was way in front of it to start the at-bat, and seen a lot of times where that would go over the center fielder's head. Russell's first pitch to PJ Alvarez, down low for low but in for strike 1. So 0-1 the count with 2 on and 2 outs. Russell's next pitch fouled off by Alvarez. PJ Alvarez, another Olathe native, but went to the 3rd unique Olathe school today. He was an Olathe West Owl, but was a Garden City Bronc Buster last season. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Got out of Solomon Holmes' glove, but popped right in front of him, and we go with a 1-2 count. Russell's pitch, low for ball 2. So 2-2 the count. With 2 outs here, 2 on. We're not in the second inning, though. It's the top of the first. Here in Baldwin City. That pitch low, so the count goes full. We are at 3-2. One pitch could end the inning, one pitch could load the bases. We'll just have to see, but that's why we play the games. Payoff pitch, hit high and out of play to the left side. Might have even gone onto the field to the left of us. We are in a 4-field complex. There's a youth softball game going on to our left. And to our right, I think there is a softball game there as well. But here on this field, 3-2 the count. Both runners went, but it didn't matter anyway. That's ball 4. So bases loaded here with 2 outs.
Number 7, Drew Oreskes.
For Drew Oreskes. Oreskes playing first base tonight. Calls Kansas City, Missouri home, but originally graduated from Oak Ridge, California. As he takes that first pitch for called strike 1. As that pitch is hit above, Russell couldn't get to that, and Veneman will score from third.
Now batting third baseman number 2.
Bases
AJ
still
Alvarez.
loaded. With 2 outs. And AJ Alvarez, the brother of PJ, up to the plate now. That last pitch was a chopper, as that one is low but well blocked by catcher Solomon Holmes, so everybody stays in their places, but 1-0 the count. But the last pitch, a high chopper that just got over the head of Russell. He even tried to jump for it and couldn't snag it, so by the time second baseman Caleb Moore came up to get it, there's really no play to make, as that pitch is into left field and put away by Vincent Esposito. So that is the end of the inning.
Wooden Spoke Restaurant is a proud 2023 sponsor for the
1
Baldwin
run
City
off,
Blues.
2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The A's with a 1-0 lead. Before we take a break, we want to talk to you guys about Wooden Spoke Restaurant. Proud 2023 sponsor for the Baldwin City Blues. Enjoy outstanding homestyle meals cooked to perfection, located off scenic Highway 56, Wooden Spoke Restaurant, where only the best will do. And with that, we will take a break and come back to you with the bottom of the first inning. We're here with the bottom of the first inning. Maverick Rockers leading off for the Blues. Rockers already gotten some action today, made that nice catch in center field, as he's going to take that one outside for ball 1. Not only did Maverick Rockers in center field make a catch, so that one out there for ball 2. All 3 outfielders for the Blues making catch. Rockers hits a hard ground ball off the glove of AJ Alvarez, but that's no error. That's going to be a hit.
Number 2, Gannon Grebe.
So, a leadoff single for the Blues. I mean, that was just a hard hit ball that, unfortunately, really tough play for really anybody to make, as Gannon Grebe hits that first one. Morgan giving chase, and he makes the grab. So it took 1 pitch to retire Gannon Grebe. And we move to Vincent Esposito.
Now batting number 23, Vincent Esposito.
Esposito made the catch to end the inning end the top half of the inning. Typically, a position player has been known to pitch. So that one is outside for ball 1. Esposito has 1 home run on the year. Was, I believe, a solo shot against the Jacks just a couple weeks ago. He rips on that one, and a nice play by Morgan, once again in center field, puts away Esposito. Had to see whether he caught it or not, or at least came down with it.
Number 4, Solomon Holmes.
Morgan had to track that one. Really nice play. There are 2 outs here on the scoreboard. Apologize for that. As Solomon Holmes, the catcher, next to step up. But Morgan did fall down on his way there, but kept the ball in his hand. So that pitch maybe low for ball one. Definitely a ball, just not sure where. Low. Sometimes you think you know Scott's zone, and sometimes you don't, as that one hit to the left side. Tried to Blues third base coach Logan Whalen tried to palm it, but was unable to actually get the ball in his hand. Holmes takes this one. It hit to the second baseman, Veneman, and the throw to first in time. So no runs off one hit, no errors. One left on base. We go to the top of the second. A's still lead 1-0. And we will be back after a short break in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. So we are back here on the Sunflower Sports Network.
Now batting number 34, Clayton Eskra.
Clayton Eskra leading off the top of the second inning. If you're just joining us, the A's took a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning and stranded 3 runs, actually. So the damage could have been worse, as Tucker Russell's first pitch is very, very wild and very, very outside and very much a ball. Clayton Eskra, an incoming freshman this year from that star-studded Blue Valley Southwest lineup that Baldwin City Blue Kuiper Kendall played for, but Clayton Eskra will be taking his talents to Olathe. He'll be a Mid-American Nazarene Pioneer, as that pitch is high up against the backstop, and folks, I flinched. If you're new to the broadcast, if I ever flinch, I have to own up to it. It's a game we play, I guess, but I think I'm on one flinch for most every game. So hopefully that'll be the only one, is that pitch in there for strike one. So 3-1 the count. If you are a new listener, that one low for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Clayton Eskra brings up Aiden Morgan.
Now batting center fielder number 11, Aiden Morgan.
But if you are new to the stream, well, later on in the night, you might be putting on your learning cap. I like to play a lot of games as it relates to not baseball, as Tucker Russell's throw over to Eskra, not in time. Aiden Morgan from Farmington, Missouri, as he takes called strike one. A lot of Farmington guys on this lineup, or just a few that I had seen before. A lot of guys from all over, but mostly concentrated in the Kansas City area for the A's. As Morgan shows bunt, pulls back, but it's still called strike 2. So 0-2 the count. with no outs and a runner on first. Didn't ever really take you guys through the Russell's throw to Arocha. Once again, not in time. But forgot to actually take you through the fielding lineups as they are fielding lineups. We did go through the batting order. Morgan kind of takes a half swing at that, but good enough to foul it off. So pitching is Tucker Russell, catching Solomon Holmes. First base, Austin Rocha, Caleb Moore at second, Gage Callahan at third, at short, Grant Simblick, and left field, center field, right field is Vincent Esposito, Maverick Rockers, and Gannon Grebe. Also looks over, and Morgan calls time. And as time is called, Russell still threw over to first. Maybe just a friendly game of catch with first baseman Austin Rocha. Both the first baseman and the player on first will be playing at Mid-American as Reed next year. So that one is fouled off just above the Blues dugout for foul ball. So still 0-2 the count as pitcher Gavin Alvarez gives our home plate umpire some fresh baseballs. As that one fouled off. So a second foul ball, actually a third foul ball in this at bat, means that we go on for Aiden Morgan. Also looks over to first, but deals. This one's low. And Esker was running to second anyway, so we'll give him a stolen base for that. Had he advanced to third, it would have been off a wild pitch. But the count is 1-2 now. Russell deals. This one hit into second base. Rocha to first. The throw. There. And as that happened, Esker advanced to third. So there is one runner at third as the A's return to the top of their lineup. Blake Veneman stepping up for maybe his first at bat, walked in his first plate appearance. But that one high for ball one. This pitch low for ball two, so 2-0, and Veneman has faced 7 pitches. 6 of them have been balls. Make that 7 balls off 8 pitches. As the count is 3-0. Already some early work in the Blues bullpen we're seeing. Unsure of who it is, but I'm at least seeing a ball thrown back and forth. A 4-pitch walk puts runners at the corners.
Now batting shortstop number 22, Evan Johnson.
For Evan Johnson. Of course, all of the A's recorded outs were flyouts in the top of the first. Evan Johnson was one of them. His was to right field. It actually went right, center, left in that order. As that first pitch just outside for ball one. So currently on 40 pitches of work so far through 1 1/3 inning. That roughly translates to, as that one's inside but does not hit Johnson, translates to 10 pitches and out. Now, maybe a little higher than that. 10 1/4 actually, but who's counting besides me? So that pitch down the heart of the plate for a strike is 2-1. Evan Johnson currently played his last season at Labette Community College in Parsons. That pitch low, good block from Solomon Holmes, and the count 3-1. So certainly a favorable hitter's count for Johnson. Johnson's been with the A's for this is his third season. Is that one outside and another walk?
Now batting right fielder number 25, Aiden Blagowitz.
For Aiden Blagowitz. 1 for 1 on the day. Before that happens, we're going to have a mound visit from Logan Whalen. And as that happens, we're going to take a short break and be back with you in just a minute. We're back here at the top of the second inning. The Midwest A's have the bases loaded for Aiden Blagowitz. Blagowitz in his second time up in as many innings. Singled in his one at-bat so far. That pitch from Tucker Russell in for called strike one. Bases loaded. Two of these coming with one out so far in the inning. It's been walk, ground out, walk, walk. As that one up near Blackwood's head, he gets out of the way. I didn't, so that's flinch number 2. In fairness, that one was probably a little closer to my head if we were not both behind a fence and in a press box. It's just a natural instinct. That pitch is fouled off by Blagowitz to make the count 1-2 to our ball fouled off to our left. It's certainly a pitcher's count now, and much needed for Tucker Russell. Blagowitz, a single came with 1-1, and that one's hit high into the air. It's going to be a pop out. Blagowitz not happy, and Caleb Moore making the grab, so that was a pop out.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Mitchell Smith.
And brings up Mitchell Smith with 2 outs. Folks, tonight there is more baseball than just us, as per usual. It is a day ending in Y, of course. Maybe the most important game, the Game 3 of the College World Series Championship Series, as that pitch is maybe low for high. I don't even know. But it was a ball. But LSU leading Florida 6-2 in the bottom of the third in Omaha. Obviously, winner of this game wins the national championship, as that pitch is way outside for ball 2. Solomon Holmes has had a very good defensive clinic so far today. Really prevented a A lot of wild pitches from being anything bad. That one is high for ball three. And 3-0 the count for Smith. Mitchell Smith's first time up was a fly out to center field. Maverick Rockers made a nice play to retire him. But he faces 3-0 right now. And that one is in there for called strike one, so Smith will at least be around for another pitch. This count is 3-1. Russell's pitch fouled off to make the count full. Smith, originally from Blue Springs, Missouri, but currently plays his college ball at Rogers State. Payoff pitch, low, ball four. So, folks, I had one run for the Blues. That was quite wrong. It was actually one run for the A's, and now they have two. So the score is 2-0 for PJ Alvarez. Alvarez walked in his only appearance so far. It's been a common theme so far as Russell's first pitch low for ball one. Russell currently working with about 6 walks right now. That's actually not about. He is at 6 walks in just 1 2/3 innings pitched. This pitch is hit foul, and the Midwest A's players sitting on their lawn chairs in the fence outside the dugout did a good job of avoiding that line drive because, well, at the very least, it would have hurt. Russell's pitch in there, foul. So 1-2 the count now for PJ Alvarez. Alvarez, a longtime player for the A's in a type of baseball that sees a lot of fluidity, as collegiate summer baseball does. The A's have a lot of guys that are longtime returners. So that pitch is outside to even up the count at 2-2. Alvarez has been at the A's for, I believe, 3 years now, as has Evan Johnson. And just looking through their lineup, I see a lot of returners. That pitch low, count has gone full. Payoff pitch, fouled. So we go again. Sensing a common theme with the A's, usually on any kind of payoff pitch, the runners will go, at the very least, with 2 outs. As swing and a miss. That ends the inning, but 1 run off, no hits, none left on base. The A's have added another run as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We're going to take a break, but not before we tell you about Whitney's Hair Salon and stylist Emily Wright. If you're looking for that next amazing cut or style, visit Emily Wright. She will have you looking your best. Whitney's Hair Salon located in downtown Baldwin City. Now, we will now take a break here on Sunflower Sports Network. We'll be back in a couple. Don't go anywhere. We move to the bottom of the second inning. And Austin Rocha leading off for the Blues, swings at strike one. Hernandez's next pitch in there for called strike two. Nice breaking ball. Rocha takes that one. A outfield single. Blackowitz thinks he caught it. He's making a motion, maybe asking.
Now batting second baseman number 11, Caleb Moore.
Kind of lowly shrugging his shoulders as that's enough to get a mound visit out of, or not a mound visit out of Will Rogers. He's going to come and talk to our field umpire about what he saw. I don't know if Blackowitz was able to get down, and that was a pretty short conversation. So it will be a single to the credit of Austin Rocha. And in steps Caleb Moore. Moore so far this season struggled a little bit as he takes that first pitch up into right field again. No doubter for Blackowitz that time, and one away for Steven Azaro.
Now batting designated hitter number 8, Steven Azaro.
Steven Azaro, one of at DH tonight. Another guy that would like to get on base maybe a little more. Struggled throughout the season, but went 1 for 1 as he fouls that one off in Saturday night's game against the Farmers. That was it was a baseball game, but it was a 25-15 score in favor of the Blues. Is that one a loop hit to the first baseman Oreskes, and there is 2 away.
Now batting third baseman number 15, Gage Callahan.
For Gage Callahan. Callahan takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Gage Callahan, a Baker Wildcat, playing here in Baldwin City, but originally from Lawrence, as he rips that one over the head of A.J. Alvarez, and he is on board with a single.
Now batting shortstop number 17, Grant Simblick.
Brings up Grant Simblick. Simblick would maybe like to repeat his heroics from Saturday night against the Farmers, where he hit I believe it was a 2-run home run in the second inning. He's going to take that first pitch, though, in there for called strike 1. So 0-1 the count now. Next pitch is high and in the air, all runners going. Shortstop Johnson calling everyone off, and he makes the grab. So no runs off 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the top of the third. A's still leading 2-0, but we're going to take a short break. And when we do, I believe we will have a new pitcher. I think that is Isaiah White. But we will... Actually, it is Mason Chance. Isaiah White, never mind, just holding Austin Rocha's things, but it will be Mason Chance.
Now pitching for the Baldwin City Blues.
But that'll be after our break. Drew Oreskes will lead the Midwest Days off here in the top of the third inning, and we have a new pitcher. That new pitcher being Mason Chance for the Blues.
It's not horrible. About 80, mid-80s.
Time for Joe's Weather Corner. It's a cooler day here. Forgot to announce our temperature at first pitch, but it is a nice 84 degrees in Baldwin City as Chance's first pitch gets the outside part of the zone for called strike one. Oreskes 1 for 1 today so far. Had an RBI single, brought in the first run as that pitch just a little further outside than the last one for ball one. Next pitch from Chance is fouled off to the left side. Into the area between this field and the one to our left. But 1-2 the count. This pitch in there, nice breaking ball, fouled off to about the same place.
You have with Mason Chance at like the last 4 times he pitched. He'll get like a first batter just like a ground ball out, except for making an error on it.
Oh.
So
It just keeps going.
let's see if we can get this guy out.
Let's hope.
The 1-2 pitch hit into right field. Gannon Grieve giving chase, but he's not even going to be able to get that one. It's over the fence and gone. And the A's have taken a 3-0 lead.
Now batting third baseman number 2, AJ Alvarez.
So the bases are clear for AJ Alvarez. Here in the top of the third. No outs. As Oreskes was the leadoff batter, he now has 2 of the 3 RBIs for the A's today. Chance's first pitch, low and inside for ball one. Alvarez 0 for 2 today. Ended the first inning with a flyout. So that one 0 for ball 2. And Solomon Holmes collects that one. With that, we'd like to give you a quick update on the scoring so far. The Monarchs have taken an early lead over the Bravos, 5-0 in the bottom of the second, although the Bravos have a runner on second with 2 outs as that pitch fouled off by Alvarez. And we will go again. Chance's next pitch. Nice breaking ball, chased by Alvarez. Pass ball, but it didn't matter because there's nobody on. So the count evens up at 2-2. The Junction City Brigade have a 4-2 lead over the Topeka Warhawks as another strikeout there. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting catcher number
Brigade
34,
leading
Clayton
the Topeka
Esper.
Warhawks 4-2 in the top of the third. They have a runner on first with no outs. That game in Topeka. Lane Gillespie on the call at midplansleague.mixer.com. So Clayton Eskra, first batter, as he takes that one high for ball 1. Eskra walked in his only plate appearance. Led off the second inning, and he would later go on to score there. He's looked at 2 pitches there, and they're both balls. So 2-0 the count, and I feel we should finish Tucker Russell's line for the day. That pitch swung on and missed. So 2-1. Tucker Russell finishes 2 innings, 61 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, off 6 walks and 1 strikeout. And that pitch from Esker, a line straight to Gage Callahan. Nice catch by Callahan.
Now batting center fielder number 11, Aiden Morgan.
It was straight to him, but he did a good job of not only not letting it get past him, but keeping it in his glove. And Aiden Morgan steps up, grounded out in his only at-bat of the day. And he's going to put that one in play. Callahan gets to it. The throw to first in time. So 1, 2, 3 after the Oreskes home run means it is 3-0 in going into the bottom of the third. And before we take a break, we would like to talk to you guys about Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. Whether you're needing veterinarian services for your smallest pet or your largest farm animal, see Dr. Tim Jones at Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. You and your pet will be glad you did. Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital, located in downtown Baldwin City. Not downtown Baldwin City. Scenic Highway 56, located across from the Wooden Spoke Restaurant and just behind the Quick Stop gas station. And with that, we will take a break. We will be back soon with the bottom of the third inning. Maverick Rockers leads off the bottom of the third. That's first pitch inside for ball 1. Hernandez out for another inning of work. He really wastes no time at throwing his pitches. Just that one outside for ball 2. Rockers takes that one high for ball 3, so 3 pitches, 3 balls. Rockers 1 for 1. Singled on a hard ground ball, and he's going to reach base on a 4-pitch walk. Which brings up Gannon Grebe.
Number 2, Gannon Grebe.
Grebe takes that first pitch low for ball 1. So Grebe takes this one, hit to Alvarez. Throw to first in time. Rockers advances to second. So 1 away. But
now batting left fielder number 23, Vincent Esposito.
No even play there. As Vincent Esposito steps up. 0 for 1 with, I believe it was a pop out. It was a fly out to the center fielder Morgan. That one outside for ball 1. Morgan actually on that pop out made a very nice play of it to retire Esposito. As Esposito swings on that and finds the gap in right center field. Rockers coming home. The throw there won't be one. And Vincent Esposito, RBI single.
Now batting catcher number 4, Solomon Holmes.
The Blues get one back in that inning. And Solomon Holmes steps in with one out and a runner on first. Solomon Holmes grounded out to second in his only at bat. Esposito goes, but Holmes fouls that one to the right side. Holmes obviously hasn't recorded a hit today, but it has played very well defensively at catcher, and he lines that one once again to the left side to make the count 0-2. That pitch high, four ball one, makes the pitch one in. Excuse me, makes the count 1-2. And LSU is piled on the runs now. It is now 10-2 in the top of the fourth. As that pitch fouled off once again. So 3 fouls for Holmes. 2 more. And, well, in college he'll be fouled out. It would take 1 more than that to foul out in the NBA. He takes that one, and in play, fair. Esposito kind of jogged because he thought it was foul. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure myself. There will be a play at the plate. The throw, not in time. An RBI double for Solomon Holmes.
With that RBI double, now batting number 13, Austin Arocha.
So, an RBI double for Solomon Holmes. That was well, first of all, a very nice pitch as that ended just on the right side of the left field line. And A's assistant coach Jeremy Husband is going to take a mound visit. And with that, we are going to take a break. So we will be back in just a moment here on the Sunflower Sports Network. We are back here on the Sunflower Sports Network. That mound visit by Jeremy Husband, only that. So Hernandez out still again for Austin Arocha. Arocha takes this first one. It is deep into left field. Left fielder Smith getting on it. Holmes throws to third, Holmes tags up to third, and he is safe there.
Now batting second baseman number 11, Caleb Moore.
So a fly out, but Holmes advances to third base with 2 outs for Caleb Moore. Caleb Moore faced only 1 pitch today, and it was a fly out to the right fielders. That one is low and away. Holmes goes, and he doesn't even slide. He's in there. Folks, we have a tie ball game. So 1-0 is the count. 3-3 now the score. Bases are clear. And Moore looks at that one again, and he was wise to do so. That is ball 2. Moore hits that one up in the middle. Morgan camped under it, and he does. So that does it. But before that, 3 runs off 2 hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. The score is 3-3 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Before that, we are going to take a break and be back in just a minute here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Bullpen Sports Bar Fun Run.
So I lied. We
Contestants will be dressing up in articles of clothing and then spinning around
are doing
with
the
a bat.
Bullpen Sports Bar Fun Run.
Both of them.
As Mason Chance out for another inning of work. So the premise of this, if you're watching for the first time, I haven't seen this happen with 2 players yet this year. Usually it's teams of 2. But the premise is something like this. There's now a wiffle ball. I haven't seen that before. So the contestants, there is a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of swim trunks. They start with the swim trunks and then the Hawaiian shirt. They have to put them on, and obviously as they do that, it's not even a Hawaiian shirt. That's a T-shirt today, and then they do Dizzy Bat. The one on the right cheating again, and the one on the left thinks, I don't know what he thinks. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a call for so a lot of fielding changes for the Blues as our contestants of the fun run get off the field. Tyler Vigna is now batting where Grant Simblick is at in that 9th spot. However, Vigna playing 3rd as Mason Chance's first pitch outside for ball 1. Next pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And that first pitch, like the 2 before it, another ball, so 3-0 the count. That pitch in there for called strike 1. This is Braden Veneman leading off the inning. He is the leadoff man for the A's as well. And he's on for his 4th walk of the day. Excuse me, 3rd walk of the day.
Shortstop number 22, Evan Johnson.
For Evan Johnson. Johnson shows bunt, but pulls back, and that's a ball. Chance delivers, shows bunt again, but that one fouled. So the natural progression of this would be, actually, I guess, well, we'll see. So I was going to say that the next step up from a pulled back bunt is a fouled bunt, but there's also the missed bunt. Johnson takes there. Inside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Chance throws back to first. Arocha lost his glove there, but didn't lose the ball. The ball just dropped out right in front of him. So Veneman stays at first. Chance shows another inside pitch, so 3-1 the count once more. It will be another walk to start the inning for Mason Chance.
Now batting right fielder number 25, Aiden Blunkwitz.
And 2 on for Aiden Blackwitz. Blackwitz 1 for 2. But Solomon Holmes is going to have a talk with Mason Chance real quick. Just a pitcher-catcher visit. But we are ready to go. A pitch outside for ball 1. Veneman taking quite the lead at second base, and really don't blame him. That one fouled by Blackwitz. There's another outside pitch that he chased. So outside to the left side. Or fouled off to the left side. 1-1 the count. Only 6 games in the MLB tonight. The Royals are not one of them, which, well, for us Royals fans, you can rejoice because that means we can't lose. We can't win either, but we can't lose if we're not playing. Is that one in there for call strike 2? 1 into the count. We're so bad.
Yeah.
We in that statement being the Royals, as that pitch line to right field, and that could have been a disaster.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Mitchell Smith.
That could have been a bad news for the A's. And Blackwitz missed on that pitch. Johnson and Veneman were both going, but Johnson was about halfway down the baseline, and Veneman maybe to where Caleb Moore is standing now. But Blackwitz made contact and obviously got the hit, as that pitch is in there for called strike 1. This is Mitchell Smith. Smith 0 for 1 today, fly out and walk. Fly out in the first inning, the walk in, I believe, the second, as he swings on that one and fouled to the left side. One hops the fence into the A's bullpen. Unsure if there's anybody working there. I can tell you, I believe there is somebody in the Blues bullpen. That pitch low, blocked by Holmes, but good heads-up defense. By Holmes and Chance. Holmes obviously made the block. Pitch was ended up about just to the right of where Mitchell Smith is standing. Or I guess just to the left of the batter's box, excuse me. Not even Ryan, as the count is 1-2. And Mason Chance sprinting immediately from the mound, should anybody have come home, but wasn't even an attempt, as Smith swings at that one. So Swing and a miss. One away here in the top of the fourth. For PJ Alvarez, there is officially activity in the Blues bullpen. When we figure out who that is, we will let you know. There's that pitch from Alvarez, fouled off to the right side.
I'll just take your headset.
Now the PA announcer, Brett, threatening to take my job as that pitch is high and away.
What up, y'all?
Excuse me, high and inside for ball one. A pitch from Mason Chance. Nice breaking ball. Into out there. Makes the count 1-2 on PJ Alvarez. Alvarez 0 for 1 today. A walk in his first trip up and a strikeout in his second. And that one maybe just a little inside. Maybe thought that was about belt level for Alvarez. But I'm not very smart. It's also why I talk about the game, not play it. But that pitch low, so the count goes full now. 3-2-1. It reads on the scoreboard. And the top of the fourth, so there's your four. Alvarez is the fifth batter of the inning, and there are 6 combined runs for both teams. Alvarez swings and a miss, so 2 strikes in a row for Mason Chance.
Now batting first baseman number 7, Drew Oreskes.
Now Drew Oreskes, 2 for 2 today in his last plate appearance. He was Mason Chance's first batter faced. Oreskes sent the ball over the right field fence. That at that time made it 3-0. It is now 3-3. That first pitch outside for ball one. This next pitch taken by Oreskes, hit into right field, and that one's going to get down. Maverick Rockers gets to it. Oreskes, that's going to score 3. So Oreskes with a 3 RBI double makes this game 6-3 in the top of the fourth inning.
Third baseman number 2, AJ Alvarez.
AJ Alvarez steps up as he takes first pitch for a ball. Drew Oreskes has had quite the day today so far, as Alvarez hits that one into shallow right field. Grebe calls everyone off and makes the grab. So that'll end the inning. The A's scored 3 off a Drew Oreskes double.
If you're looking for any construction needs, see
We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. A's leading 6-3. Before we take our break, we're going to talk to you guys about Maley & Sons Construction, a proud returning sponsor for 2023 for the Baldwin City Blues. If you're looking to upgrade your next construction need, see Maley & Sons Construction. They will do the job right. We're going to take a break now before we come out for the bottom of the fourth inning. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Now batting
Steven
designated hitter
Azaro
number 8,
starts off
Steven Azaro.
the the bottom of the fourth. Hernandez out for another inning of work and swinging a miss on the first pitch of the bottom of this inning. Zaro swings and misses again, so 0-2 early. Zaro puts this one in play up to let Johnson making a nice play on it. The throw in time. Very nice defensive play from Evan Johnson. Makes it
Now batting second baseman number 15, Gage Callahan.
1 out early for Gage Callahan. Callahan swings and makes contact with first pitch. Oreskes comes away with it. No problem.
Now batting third baseman number 24, Tyler Vinya.
Tyler Vinya stepping in. Yeah. Swing and a miss on his first pitch face today. He came in for Grant Simblick, and he puts that one. That's going to be a single. The ball hit into right field.
Now batting center fielder number 5, Maverick Rockers.
And the lineup cycles for the Blues. Third time around starts now with Maverick Rockers. Rockers a single and a walk on his name. That one high for ball one. 1-0 the count. Throw back to try to catch Vinya. Not in time. This is still Max Hernandez. That pitch catches the outside part of the plate for called strike one. That one low for ball two. Makes the count 2-1. That one outside. 3-1. Pitch from Hernandez in there. Rockers puts it in play. Alvarez dives to get it, but can't get it. So
Now batting right fielder number 2, Gannon Grieve.
another 2-out single means 2 on for the Blues and for Gannon Grieve. Grieve 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out. Love to reverse his fortune here as he takes that first one, fielded by Veneman. The throw to first in time. So no runs off, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, and we move to the top of the 5th inning. The A's still holding on to their 6-3 lead. We will be back with the top half of the inning with Gavin Alvarez, the new pitcher for the Blues. But we're going to take a short break before that happens. We'll be back here in just a moment. Clayton Eskra leads off the top half of the 5th inning. We have a new pitcher for the Blues. It is Gavin Alvarez. Before we do that, we'd like to update you on the scores throughout the league. The Topeka Warhawks facing a 5-2 deficit at home against the league leader Junction City Brigade. That is a battle of 1-2, although the Warhawks have a man on second base with no outs as Eskra fouls that first pitch from Alvarez off. 0-1 the count. The Monarchs have a lead over the Bravos, 7-2 in the middle of the 4th in Leavenworth. Alvarez's next pitch swung on a miss, so an early 0-2 count. Alvarez is a Baker Wildcat, originally by way of Larned, Kansas, though. That pitch high for ball 1. Larned is the county seat of Pawnee County, with Great Bend probably being the closest major city to it. That pitch from Alvarez fouled off by Eskra, so the count remains at 1-2. It's been a fairly streaky game so far. The A's scoring a run in each of their first 3 innings. Blues are scoring 3 in the bottom of the 4th to tie it up, but someone's fouled off. A double by Drew Oreskes gave the A's their lead back. This pitch is put in play. Remains in the infield. Caleb Moore calls it. He gets it. So 1 away here.
Now batting center fielder number 11, Aiden.
Aiden Morgan, the next batter, sorry for the delay. That one low for ball 1. Count even at 1-1. A foul ball started the inning off. Excuse me, not the inning, the at-bat off. This one passed one low for ball 1. A pitch high up at Morgan's shoulders. And the Bayou Bengals threatening to get something done again. It is 10-2 in the top of the 6th inning. LSU, the visiting team that in Omaha. That one's in for called strike 2. There are 2 on with 2 outs in that game. That pitch low and outside. 3-2. That pitch hit straight to Caleb Moore. Nice jumping catch. And there are 2 away here in top half of the 5th inning. Nice catch there by Caleb Moore, who has gloved both batted balls in this inning. In the MLB, I said there are 6 games. 4 of them are active. The Orioles lead the Reds. However, that one is in a rain delay in the bottom of the 3rd. That one outside for ball 1. That game being played at Camden Yards in Baltimore. The New York Mets trail the Milwaukee Brewers in the bottom of the 7th inning at Citi Field. If you're a Mets fan, just know Frank was right. On another count. Count goes to 2-0 after a low fastball. The Braves are leading the Twins 4-1 in the top of the 8th inning. That ball is put in play. Nice backhand from Gage Callahan. The throw in time. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3 for the Blues. We move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. For that, we want to welcome back the Smazel family and their farm for the 2023 summer season. The Smazels love baseball and the Baldwin City Blues. Thank you, Smazel family, for your sponsorship and support. We will now move to the bottom of the 5th inning. After a short break, don't go anywhere.
Now batting left fielder number 23,
We
Vincent Esposito.
come back to the, this is the bottom of the 5th inning. Scoreboard is now changed. If you're just joining us, the score is 6-3. Is that one from Vincent Esposito, swing and a miss. Esposito takes this next one, lined off the fence. Esposito going to be held up at first. If this field was any shorter or that ball was any further, it would have been out of here. And, well, I'd like to say that I predicted a Vincent Esposito home run.
For Solomon Holmes.
I was this close to just being a pitch late. I predicted it to happen on the first pitch.
That was crazy.
This pitch from Solomon Holmes hit straight to Evan Johnson at short. Esposito out. The throw to first in time. So a double play wipes off the Vincent Esposito
Now batting first
single.
Number 13, Austin Arocha.
Well, I suppose it doesn't wipe it off, but erases any impact it had. Yeah, 6-4-3 double play there. Austin Arocha stepping in, taking that first pitch for called strike one. Arocha going to foul this one off, but out of play. So the count quickly 0-2.
Caleb Moore's walk up is hands down my favorite one.
That pitch in there for inside for strike one. Ball one. Strike one happened on the first pitch, and Arocha takes that one high. AJ Alvarez camped under it, and he will make the grab. So a backdoor 1-2-3. No runs off, one hit, no errors, none left on base. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Well, we will wait just a moment. We're going to take another short break and be back in a moment here on Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Evan Johnson
Now batting
leads
number
off the
22,
top of the
Evan Johnson.
6th. Both the top and bottom half of the last frame, a 1-2-3. A pitch from Gavin Alvarez, a low for ball 1. That pitch high, ball 2. Not get to talk about this, as that one is in there for called strike 2, or excuse me, called strike 1. Count is 2-1. That pitch low, so 3-1 the count. Johnson 0 for 1 today. Flat out in his first and only at bat, then walked in his next 2 trips up to the plate, and right now it's looking like another one, as the count is 3-1. But that one, 3-2, and our home plate umpire Scott thought there were 2 strikes and went for the lawnmower pullback, ring up, whatever you want to call it. As that one is up in the air, so there's ball 4. Is the end result of all this. And Blackowitz stepping up. Blackowitz 2 for 3 so far. All of his balls to the right side. Single on a grounder to right. Single, or a pop out to the second baseman. That was then Caleb Moore. And a single on the right, a line drive to right. Blackowitz takes this first one, and that's a fair ball. It was just over the right field. Esposito running to get it. And there are runners on second and third with no outs.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Mitchell Smith.
Mitchell Smith, the man in now. Smith 0 for 2 himself. Fly out, walk, strikeout. Gavin Alvarez's first pitch is hit on by Smith and over the glove of Moore. Johnson is in for another run and is have runners at the corners with nobody out.
21, PJ Alvarez.
Didn't touch the glove of Moore, so that's going to be a single. And the score now 7-3. Would have been interesting to see what Moore would have done as Alvarez throws over to first to try and catch Smith. Nothing doing there. Whether Moore would have thrown it to first or tried to get the run at home. As that one called strike 1. On the count for PJ Alvarez, 0 for 2 himself. As that pitch is, I think, high for ball 1. Holmes threw back to throw not in time, but should he throw? Oh, 0-2, excuse me. So that was a strike. Sometimes with home plate umpire Scott, you're never sure. Alvarez throws back again. That one a little high. Tag applied, but not in time. Austin Rocha having a little fun with it. He's not particularly tall for a first baseman. Well, or for really any baseball player. He might be one of the shortest out on the field tonight, but has done well in his job at first regardless. That pitch is in there, swing and a miss, so A third strikeout in a row for P.J. Alvarez.
Now batting first baseman number 7, Drew Oreskes.
He gets 1 out here in the top of the 6th. We now have Drew Oreskes stepping up. Oreskes 3 for 3 on the day and is a triple short of the cycle. Has a single, double, and home run. Oreskes fouls that one off. Of course, the triple is the one in the cycle that people often slip up on. So that one's inside for ball 1. Makes the count 1-1. Oreskes so far, as I said, 3 for 3. That one in there for called strike 2. Oreskes also has 5 RBIs. Good for 5 of the A's 7. He swings on that one. Foul balls. The count remains at 1-2. Got to update you on the end of the other MLB games. The Rangers trail the Tigers in Arlington 4-2 at the end of the 4th inning. Strike 3. Looking. So 2 straight strikeouts for Gavin Alvarez. Oreskes is retired for the first time today, and A.J. Alvarez steps up. Like his brother, has failed to record a hit, however, has put the ball in play 2 more times than his brother. Fly out, strikeout, fly out. As that one hit to the right field. Gannon-Grebe giving chase and slides, but makes the catch. So, after an early scare for the Blues, 1, 2, 3, but 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It is now 7-3 in favor of the A's. We're now going to move
Now coming onto the field for one of our on-field activities is the
for
Mass Brothers hit around.
an on-field activity.
Will be hitting against, or I guess Team Hoffman will both be hitting and pitching tonight.
So we're going to do an interesting game. It's the Mass Builders hit around. Our community outreach organizer Justin Hoffman doing the hit around with his son. Justin currently swinging. That first couple pitches hit to the left side. Actually, it was just 1, maybe 2. Yes, 2. And I think the son will throw to Justin himself, as he really favors pulling the ball. He's put 3 balls in the field of play there, and that'll have to be retrieved before we resume baseball play. But while we're in this half inning, we'd like to talk to you guys about the Nook. They have joined the Blues for the 2023 summer season. If you're looking for that next good book or just want to relax with a great cup of coffee or tea or fun drinks, step into the Nook, located in beautiful downtown Baldwin City. Caleb Moore leads off the bottom of the 6th for the Blues. Blues currently trailing 7-3, as Hernandez out for a 5th inning here. Or I guess this would be a 6th inning. Caleb Moore called time. Then that first pitch, low for ball 1. Sorry we missed that. You're so enamored by the hit around. Ready to keep the camera there. That pitch is fouled off. Catcher Eskra pulls off his mask, but that one's way out of play. to the left of us. Steven Azaro on deck. That's Gage Callahan in the hole. Is swing and a miss for Caleb Moore. Count now 1-2. Moore 0 for 2 on the day. With fly out to right and center. That pitch outside. Moore does not chase, so the count goes even at 2-2. Same thing with that one, so the count is full. The other games in the MLB, the Angels host the White Sox at Angel Stadium. That should start any minute now, and Caleb Moore puts that one in play. Straight to the shortstop Johnson, the throw to first in time. So 1 out here to start this bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 8, Steven Azaro.
For Steven Azaro, who is also 0 for 2 on the day, but has put the ball in play. The Mariners host the Nationals in Seattle. That game should start in the next 3 minutes. That's the end of the MLB. First pitch grounded by Azaro straight to Evan Johnson once again, and the same result. A 5-3 putout.
Now batting second baseman number 15, Gage Callahan.
So Gage Callahan steps in. Calling time first. And Callahan 1 for 2 so far as he looks at that one in for strike one. Swings and a miss, so 0 for 2 early in this AB. Callahan swings on this one, but Aiden Morgan hardly has to move to get that one. So a 1-2-3 inning for the A's did it to the Blues. We move to the top of the 7th. Still 7 all A's so far. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Clayton Eskra leading off
number 34, Clayton Eskra.
Leading off the top of the 7th. We have a few defensive substitutions to tell you about. We're going to start at catcher with Andrew Brubeck replacing Solomon Holmes. Kendall Rivero coming in for Austin Rocha at first base. Christian Kotwitz in for Callahan at second. And Kuiper Kendall replacing Caleb Moore at short. First pitch from Alvarez, high for ball one. The next one low in the dirt. Ball two, 2-0 the count early. Alvarez's next pitch hit into center field. That is Isaiah White out there. And he will drop it. So Oscar on second. 2-2.
Center fielder number 11, Aiden Morgan.
And E8. Aiden Morgan steps in for the A's here. Aiden Morgan 0 for 3. And so far, any ball he's put in play hasn't left the infield. All 3 groundouts. Is that one in there for called strike 1? So Isaiah White, the center fielder, replacing Maverick Rockers. That one low, ball 1. That pitch fouled off. So the count goes to 1-2. Actually, we've really had a quite, I won't even say it. That pitch high, fouled again. So 1-2 remains the count. For our returning viewers, it's that time again for our new ones. Time to get out your history textbooks. It's time for On This Day in History. Fortunately, my document did not save, so I'm reading off the website. So that one fouled again. 3 fouls in a row in this at-bat. Count still 1-2. In 1498, the first toothbrush was invented in China. Invented using boar bristles. That would be boar the animal. In 1843, the island of Hong Kong proclaimed a colony by the British Crown. A pitch put in play. Kendall gets to it. The throw in time. Eskra advances to third.
Now batting second baseman number 5, Blake Veneman.
But 1 out for Blake Veneman. In 1862, the United States Army of Virginia was established under General John Pope. The Army would fight for the Union. In 1870, the first section of the Atlantic City Boardwalk opened in New Jersey as that first pitch fouled off by Veneman. 0-1 the count. In 1900, Dr. Walter Reed began research that would eventually beat yellow fever. So that pitch low and in there for strike 2. Zeke Reason, the left fielder, replacing that one low for ball 1. Yeah, high for ball one. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Half check swing. Looked like a full pitch, but he definitely went around.
Now batting his
On
first
the
up,
high
number
pitch.
22, Evan Johnson.
So 2 away now. Pitch is high for ball one to Evan Johnson. 2 outs here, but a runner on third for the A's. That pitch is in there for strike one. Next pitch hit. Nice place from Tyler Vinia. The throw goes past the first baseman Rivero. So Esker will score to third. I'm not sure the throw would have been in time, but
Now batting right fielder, number 25, Aiden Blankiewicz.
But Evan Johnson on board with a hit. It was a nice defensive play for Vinia to even stop it there, and I think Johnson might have been safe anyway. But the facts are clear. It is 8-3 A's now here in the top of the seventh. The lights are well on as Blackowitz takes that first one outside for ball one. Blackowitz fouls that one off to even up the count at 1. That one fouled off to make the count 1-2. And I have been informed that on fouled off again. So move to 1-2. Apologies for the silence, folks. Game changer went goofy for a second. That's like a fourth foul ball here. So this at bat continues. In 1917, back to our history lesson, is that one's just going to hit Blackowitz. 2 on here for Mitchell Smith. But in 1917, the first United States troops arrived in France during World War I. In 1934, Germany and Poland signed a non-aggression treaty, and if you know history, you know how that went. Spoiler, it wasn't really honored. Alvarez steps off to maybe throw back to second. In 1945, the United States, these are all on this days, by the way, if I hadn't said this, that pitch is high. Rivero under it in foul territory and makes the grab. So that'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. It's 8-3 A's as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Before we take our break, I'd like to tell you guys about the Change for Connor Foundation. What we do in Baldwin City due in large part to the Change for Connor Foundation. Connor's parents, Marcy and Mike, and brother Ryan, founded Change for Connor to bring awareness to mental health issues and suicide prevention. Change for Connor is an outstanding returning sponsor for the Blues. With that, we are going to take a break. Hernandez out for another inning of work. And we will be too right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Tyler Benya will start off this bottom of the 7th, and as soon as I can unmute my mic, Hernandez is already going as that first pitch fouled back into the fence by Venya. Gannon Greaves still out in right field, or at least has a batting helmet on as that pitch low for ball 1. Greaves also has earned himself the Joe Compton Hustle Award, maybe for the night. He's definitely a nominee. Running to get those foul balls and pass balls. That one's in there. Inside for 2-1. That pitch low, 3-1. And 4-1 there. 4 walks and a lead off walk for
Now batting center fielder number 26, Isaiah White.
Isaiah White. Isaiah White, a somewhat new face to the Blues, comes to us from the Topeka Jacks. That pitch high for ball 1. White, a commit to Highland Community College, originally from Flossmoor, Illinois. That one, you throw to try to catch Venya, not in time on first. Continuing with our theme of history in 1960, as that throwback, once again, not in time. 1960, British Somaliland, we now know it as Somalia, gained its independence from Britain. That same year, Italian Somaliland declared independence from Italian administration. That one high and inside for ball 2. African independence was really a theme that day in 1960. Madagascar also declared independence from France. Isaiah White's first pitch hit straight to Evan Johnson for the first out of the inning.
Now batting right fielder number 2, Gannon Grebe.
Gannon Grebe steps in here and sends that first one into left field. He's on board with a one-pitch single.
Now batting left fielder number 16, Zeke Reason.
For Zeke Reason. A sub of this inning. Reason will make his first plate appearance. In 1963, on this day, United States President John F. Kennedy gave his famous Ich bin ein Berliner speech in West Berlin. First pitch, low for ball 1, and I wouldn't really call that a pass ball either way. There are runners at the corners, and Venya occupies third, with 1-0 being the count. That pitch is inside to make the count 2-0. Reason swings on this one, and it's down for a base hit. A single. Vigna comes to score. Blues get one back. It is now 8-4. With runners at first and second for Andrew Brubeck. Another sub of this inning. He is going to face his first at bat, but before he does that, another mound visit from Jeremy Husband to Hernandez. This realistically should be the end of Hernandez's day, as this is 2 mound visits, but first one came so long ago. I guess they don't even remember, unless we've instituted a multiple or an unlimited mound visit rule in this league that I'm not knowledgeable of. I know the Appalachian League has that in place so that pitchers can receive, just good instruction from pitching coaches. It's that first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Eskra does a good job to get in front of it before anybody can go. In 1979, on this day, the 11th James Bond film Moonraker, starring Roger Moore as 007, premiered in London. In 1981, that pitch is outside for ball 2. American military comedy Stripes premiered. That movie starred Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and John Candy. 2-0 the count, and Brubeck swings and misses on that one. Makes it 2-1. That pitch low and in the dirt. That's a good block again, but that makes the count 3-1. In 1990, on this day, it got pretty hot in Phoenix, Arizona, 122 degrees. Brubeck swings and misses on that, so the count goes full. 3-1. The count as it is. Brubeck pops that one up in the air. Eskra chases it, but it is out of play. On this day in 1994, it was pretty hot in Death Valley, 126 degrees. Really don't know if I'd want to be around that. Brubeck went around, did not go around, so bases are loaded here with one out for Kendall Rivero.
Baseman number 12, Kendall Rivero.
Kendall Rivero, limited playing time thus far this year. Started the first game of the season and then took a little bit of time off. He is back now. Had a home run in the 25-15 Blues win against the Farmers. And he's going to take that first pitch in there for ball 1. Or excuse me, strike 1. On this day in 1997, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, as it was known in the United Kingdom, was first published. As that pitch is in the gap in left center field. Grebe will score, Reason will score, and folks, it's a one-run ball game. Actually, it's a two-run ball game. Excuse me, it is 8-6. For some reason, I thought it might have been a little bit more, as that will likely be the end of Hernandez's day. And it is. So we have a new pitcher. Not seeing who it is. It looks like number 25. That would be Aiden Blackwitz. If so, and I'm really unable to see. We will take a short break and get back to you with that new pitcher here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We are back here with the bottom of the seventh inning. Lane Williams, the new pitcher
18, Kuiper Kendall.
for the Midwest A's. Kuiper Kendall stepping in for his first at bat of the night. He is another sub. It is currently 8-6 A's here in the bottom half of the seventh frame. That first pitch by Williams. We're unsure on that pitch. Thought I saw the signal of strike by Scott. And that one's definitely in there for called strike one. So whatever the count is, that one was definitely a strike. Usually Scott likes to put up the count, but has not done so yet. It is 0-2. That has been verified. Thought the first pitch was maybe in there for a ball, but it would appear I was wrong. So 0-2 the count, and Kendall hits a chopper to the right side. That's a double play, so the A's are out of that. Three runs off three hits, no errors, one left on base. We go to the top of the eighth. The Blues have cut the lead, but it is still 8-6 in favor of the Midwest A's. Kevin Alvarez out for another inning of work, and we will be in just a second. We're going to take a break here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We have a different number 7 in here for PJ Alvarez. Set pitch outside for ball 1. I believe. Nope, I actually have no idea who this is. I just know it's a number 7, and it is not Drew Oreskes. Is that pitch low for ball 2? That pitch is hit way to her left and way foul. Had it been fair, it probably would have been the 9th run for the A's. Pitch outside, 3-1 the count. That pitch is in the dirt, so a 4-pitch walk it is. This unnamed number 7.
Number 7 and Drew Oreskes.
On first with a leadoff walk. Drew Oreskes, the batter in 3 for 4 today. A single, double, and a home run. 5 RBIs. Should the A's hold on, as Alvarez's throw back to Rivero, no tag applied, so nothing doing there. But should the A's hold on to this lead, I have to think I would give my player of the game to Oreskes, which I normally don't do those, but with a night he's having tonight, I'd have to. A pitch in there for called strike 1. So 0-1 to start off the count after some throws back to first. And another one, but nothing doing.
He's gonna laugh at his ass off.
We're having a talk between Jeremy Husband and our
What's Jeremy arguing about?
field umpire. Maybe Jeremy's trying to argue for a balk. I'm unsure.
Well, he eats bison. He can't argue about anything. When you eat buffalo, you can't argue.
So I'm really unsure of what's happening. Will Rogers now out to talk to our home plate umpire, Scott. But the infielder is playing catch, and Coach Tanner Kilmer's now going to probably walk out to see what's up here. And really nothing ever happened. Well, there's a lot that happened on this day, but that was well, we're out of it now, whatever it is, and no change to whatever happened. My guess is maybe something with a balk. That's really the only thing I can think. But either way, Oreskes steps back in. The count 0-1. 1 on, nobody out. He's leading 8-6. Oreskes fouls that one off, so the count moves to 0-2. In 1916, on this day in sports, the Cleveland Indians experimented with numbers on jerseys in a game for the first time against the White Sox. At that time, your jersey number is that one's just inside for ball 1. At that time, your jersey number represented your number in the order, and that was the first of its kind. Alvarez deals the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside for ball 2. In 1970, the Frank Robinson hit 2 grand slams for the Orioles as Baltimore beat the Washington Senators 12-2. That pitch is chased, and Virginia kind of scooped the play, and runner into third is out. Whoever number 7 is. And Will Rogers is not happy on that call.
19. Jake Harris.
And Rogers is going to come argue this with the field umpire, but as we know it, it is a single. Vinia kind of scooped it. However, the throw to third got number 7 out. Should this play not be overturned, Will is pretty persuasive, but also very persistent. And that one's going to go against the way of Rogers.
How about hitting number 19, Jake Harris?
So, one away here. In all of that, Oreskes still advanced to second, but it was on the throw, so just a single credited to him. That pitch, low for ball 1. AJ Alvarez stepping in, and he's currently 0 for 4 on the night. As that one finds the zone for strike 1. Excuse me, I must have confused my strikes and outs. Scoreboard is accurate now. That one outside for ball 2. On this day in sports in 1994, Kirby Puckett passed Rod Carew with his 2088th hit to become the Minnesota Twins hit leader. That pitch is going to get down. Isaiah White could throw to stop anything happen. Rivera's throw to second. Dropped by Kendall. I think he might have been out there, but he was safe. He would have been out maybe had the ball not been dropped.
34, Clayton Escrow.
But I call that a single and advancing on the throw. So Clayton Escrow about to step in with runners on second and third. 1 out. Alvarez's first pitch, high for ball 1. Escrow 0 for 3 today. With a walk, a line out, pop out, and a reached on error. And he just about reaches base due to an HBP, but jumps out of the way before that ball can hit him. On this day in sports in 1996, Georgetown guard Allen Iverson selected first in the NBA draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. Just 6 years later, that pitch high, and Clayton Escrow is playing dodgeball right now, it appears. But in 2002, Yao Ming was the first pick of the NBA draft on this day in 2002 by the Houston Rockets. A year later, a kid, maybe partially unknown, no, very well known even at that time, LeBron James selected first for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That pitch inside, a 4-pitch walk, loads the bases here with 1 out. Here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting center fielder number 11, Aiden Morgan.
In 2008, Memphis point guard Derrick Rose was selected first by the Chicago Bulls. I cared less about who was selected first that day, but who was selected second. That was Michael Beasley, picked by the Heat. Tanner Kilmer's going to have a talk with Galvin Alvarez. And as that happens, we're going to take a quick break here on Sunflower Sports Network. A's lead 8-6. Don't go anywhere. We come back to the top of the 8th, and we have received an on this day. That one's going to hit Morgan on the first pitch, and that's going to score another run. So the score now at 9-6 in favor of the A's for Blake Veneman. Veneman over 2 today, but three walks to start the night, and then a ground out and a backwards K for him. But on this day in sports in 2014, Uruguayan national Luis Suarez, who's expelled from the 2014 FIFA World Cup after his biting incident. And we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll figure out who that is in just a moment. It's Brennan Johnson making his second pitching appearance of the season.
Now pitching for the Baldwin City Blues, number 47, Brennan Johnson.
Johnson, normally a position player, has been known to pitch a couple times just to eat innings, and he will go do that. And while he gets his warm-ups, we're going to go to break here on Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We return to the top half of the 8th inning. Bases loaded, one out. Brennan Johnson, our new pitcher, and he finds the zone for called strike one. Johnson has one appearance on the season. It was in relief for, I believe, against the Monarchs. Either way, in that game, he pitched the 9th inning, giving up 1 and striking out 3. It's that one just outside for ball 1. Our final on this day in sports in 2015, Erie Otters center Connor McDavid was the number 1 pick in the NHL draft by the Edmonton Oilers. And, well, that pitch is both low and past ball, so everyone will advance, and I believe that's 2-1.
I thought that was looked like it was going to catch the plate.
That's what I thought. I was going to catch the by the corner.
That ball dropped.
So
No, I don't think there's a change.
10-6 the score now. In the top of the 8th. This one's got it kind of gotten out of hand, but it's really 3 runs right now. So that one's definitely, yep. So 3-1 confirmed the count. As that pitch is going to drop for another hit. He threw it a home. Rivera just kind of looked around, hesitated, and so 2 more runs will score. The score is now 12-6, and a 2 RBI single from Braden Veneman gets him on the board. I have to think that Morgan might have. Veneman it goes, and that one into center field, so Veneman's safe there. Ball 1, I believe, and well, Johnson nearly had his head taken off. I think he forgot he was pitching. Forgot to duck. Johnson not very tall, but still was coming straight for his head. So that one high for ball 2. Today's famous birthdays is our next segment. As that one is in there for called strike 1. 2 on the count.
Sean, how long have you been doing this?
Well, Baldwin City 10 years, which I think is.
Oh, really?
Having a Blues team.
That one high, 3-1.
This is 5. Having a Blues team 24 years.
Oh, wow.
Veneman runs, and Johnson's just going to run straight at him, and Veneman safe. I think the ball was dropped by the third baseman, Finia, because he was surely out. I had thought until the field umpire said safe. That went in there for called strike 2, and the count goes full. That pitch fouled back, and folks, that's flinch number 3 for me. The first since I believe the second inning, but I am at most times an honest man, and I'm willing to own up to it. So flinch number 3, maybe I should count them for the season. Set pitch outside, ball 4. Runners at the corners here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting right fielder number 25, Aiden Baldwin.
For Aiden Blackowitz.
Pretty cool.
A little bit. A pitch high and in the air. Shortstop Kuiper Kendall under it, so 2 away here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Mitchell Smith.
So trying to get to all of our birthdays for the day. Johnson delivers. First pitch, high for ball 1. First pitch swung on and missed by Mitchell Smith, so that evens the count up at 1. pitch high or 2-1. Our first happy birthday, we'd like to, well, before announcing that ball, it went foul to the right side out of play. Evens the count up at 2-2. Our first happy birthday in heaven to Abner Doubleday, the mythical inventor of baseball. He didn't actually invent it, however, he did invent the San Francisco cable car as Johnson ran to second, and there are now runners on second and third. So stolen base. Johnson didn't even throw over there. Smart move there. Is that pitch inside to make the count full. Abner Doubleday, also a decorated Union general in the Civil War. Pitch hit high into center field. Who wants it? Isaiah White under it. He drops it again, and 2 runs will score. It's now 14-6 here in the top of the 8th.
Mystery number 7.
Our mystery man number 7 back up to the plate as he fouls that one off. He led the inning off for the A's. They've officially batted around. Count 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. That pitch high and in the air. Reason giving chase from left field. Actually, that is Kuiper Kendall up against Reason he goes, but so Kuiper Kendall will make the play to end this inning. 6 runs off 3 hits, 1 error. And we move to the bottom of the 8th. It's currently 14-6 A's, and we're going to take a break here on Sunflower Sports Network and be back in just a couple minutes. Harrison Jewell leads off the bottom of the 8th inning. Jewell takes that first pitch low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. This game started off so pitch was outside for ball 2. Started off all A's, and then the Blues came back and tied it. And it's just been a game of streaks. It was 8-6 going into the top of the 8th as Harrison Jewell faces a 3-0 count. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to start off the inning. But Christian Kotwitz now batting.
Second baseman number 7, Christian Kotwitz.
And the Blues really need some spark of, well, anything to even get back in this game. Happy birthday in at night. Happy, as that pitch is outside for a 5th straight ball. Happy birthday in at 1968 to both Paolo Maldini, the Italian defender, famously played for AC Milan. It's his birthday, born in 1968. It is also NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe. He was also born on this day in 1968. So that pitch, that last one was fouled off. And that one's low through the legs of Eskra. 2-1 the count, and Jewell reaches via a pass ball. Well, we're going to tell you now, congrats to the LSU Bayou Bengals. Well, actually the Tigers, but I like the Bayou Bengals name better. On another national championship this year. They're leading 18-4 over Florida with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. That ball hit deep to left field, but it looks like Smith's going to be under it, and he makes the grab. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting third baseman number 24, Tyler Vigna.
Well, apparently Jewell tried to tag up, and well, I don't know what he was doing. It was tagged out pretty handily, so there are now two away. So the Blues erase the early base runner they had. So now base is clear, 2 outs for Tyler Vigna, who swings and fouls the first pitch off. Moving to more of our happy birthdays. Happy birthday to Nick Offerman, best known for playing Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. Paul Thomas Anderson, the American filmmaker. Known best for Boogie Nights and Magnolia, born also in 1970. That one, low for ball 2. Happy birthday to very good baseball players born on this day in 1974. That one is low for ball 3, 3-1. Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop Derek Jeter, born on this day in 1974. Also born on this day in 1974, Jason Kendall. Catcher best known for the Pirates and father of Baldwin City Blue Kuiper Kendall. Happy birthday, Jason. As there's a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs.
Now batting center fielder number 26, Isaiah White.
Isaiah White takes his second at bat of the night. Chad Pennington, football quarterback, as that one is outside for ball 2. And are they saying it's a balk? I believe they are. So the count back to Owen. So the count back to empty. However, that was a balk, so Vigna moves to second. And that pitch, about the same location. For ball 1. That one in there for called strike 1. Move to more of our happy birthdays. Happy birthday to Michael Vick, Falcons and Eagles quarterback, as that one's definitely in there. 1 and 2, the count. Aubrey Plaza, best known for Parks and Rec, but also picking up some other roles. Born on this day in 1984 is Isaiah White's foul tip out there, and that ends the inning. No runs off, no hits, no errors. One left on base. We move to the top of the ninth. A's lead 14-6. Vernon Johnson out for another inning. And with that, we will take a break. Drew Oreskes starts off the top of the ninth inning here in Baldwin City. The A's lead Blues 14-6. This game was close until it wasn't. 6 runs for the A's in the bottom of the, the top of the 8th. Kind of broke the game open. Of course, this game very important when it comes to seeding, or not seeding, but standings in the league. Is that one from Johnson in there for ball 1. Should the result hold here, the Blues will fall to 7-8. As that one catches the outside part of the zone for called strike 1, and the A's will move to 7-9. So the teams will stay where they're at, as that one's outside for ball 2. These two teams will meet again at Belton High School tomorrow night. I will not be there for that, but there will be a radio stream as Oreskes gets a 5th hit tonight. And that's going to be a single. And official.
Now batting number 19, Jake Harris.
Jake Harris up for the A's in place of AJ Alvarez. I'd like to extend a congratulations to LSU for winning the 2023 College World Series. The Tigers winning this year really goes to show you can do anything. That pitch is fouled and caught to the right side by Kendall Rivero. So Harris is retired. One away here.
Number 34, Clayton Escaro.
In the top of the 9th. Clayton Escaro bats, but we'd like to give a happy birthday. 2 of them born on this day in 1992 and 1993. They're both on a show together, the cast of Sam and Cat, Jeanette McCurdy, and Ariana Grande. Woo! That got a lot of applause from our PA announcer, Brett. Johnson deals outside for ball 1. That pitch is hit deep into left field. Reason under it and makes the play.
Now batting center fielder
Husker
number 11,
retired
Aiden Morgan.
again. As there are now 2 away for Aiden Morgan. Morgan also 0 for 4 tonight. 3 groundouts, a lineout, and a hit by pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. Like to finish our On This Days with On This Day in Music. That's generally our last one, unless we have actually movies get paired with historical events. The pitch high for ball 1, evens the count at 1-1. Really not a whole lot happened on this day besides in 1977, Elvis Presley sang in Indianapolis, the last performance of his career. That one high for ball 2. That pitch swung on and missed. 2 for 2 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. It has been late. This game has gone by quick in points and very slow in points. As I said before, it's very streaky. And swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Brennan Johnson. So no runs off, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 9th. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick break here on the Sunflower Sports Network. We come to the bottom of the 9th, the final stand for the Blues. There is a new pitcher for the A's. This is Nate Bowen, an incoming freshman out of Belton, Missouri. Obviously at home with the A's based in Belton. And Yannon Grebe steps up and swings to the first pitch and fouls it off. A little bit behind on our ads, so we will read those throughout the inning. We want to thank returning Blues sponsor Bullpen Sports Bar for the summer 2023 season. The Bullpen is the place to be for that special get-together while enjoying great food. That one outside for ball 1. and adult beverages. Bullpen Sports Bar, where Baldwin City gathers for a good time. It's a ball hit to short. Weird hop, but Johnson's throw to first. Not in time. Gannon-Grebe on with the leadoff single of the inning.
16, Zeke Reason.
Grebe did a good job to beat that. That was pretty much tie, and as the famous adage in baseball, tie goes to the runner. So that would be what it was. Zeke Reason, the new batter. Is that one in there for called strike one? Reason 1 for 1 on the day. Nice breaking ball in there for called strike two. We want to welcome Mass Builders to the Baldwin City Blues sponsorship family. If you're looking for that next large construction project or help with building advice, give Eric a call. You'll be glad you did. That is Eric Brooks at Mass Builders. That pitch, ball one. Swing and a miss for Reason. Actually, foul ball it is. He got a piece of that. So we keep going. It is 2-2 for Zeke Reason. And now the count goes full for the Ottawa Brave. That pitch. Ball four. So two away with no outs for Andrew Brubeck.
Now batting catcher number 19, Andrew Brubeck.
Like to talk about our other favorite segment when we really don't have any more ready. Where were the Grateful Dead on this day? On this day in 1973, they were at the Seattle Center Coliseum. Is that one? Outside for ball one. That one high to center field. Morgan is under it, and he goes. Grebe will be safe there, but one away.
Now batting first baseman number 12, Kendall Rivero.
Kendall Rivero up now 1 for 1 on the day. Singled on a fly ball to left. If I'm not mistaken, that brought home runs. Grebe goes. So does Reason. Reason's caught in a pickle, and he initially ducks the first one, but is now out. So one under the count. Grebe does get to third, though, but there are now two outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss there. He went, is the call. But the count now 1-1. Rivero hits that one straight to the shortstop Harris, and this game is over. No runs off, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base. That was Gannon Grebe left on third.
That'll turn the Baldwin City Blues
Blues fall to 7-8, while the A's improved to 7-9. These two teams will meet tomorrow night in Belton. I will not be there, but that game will be on the Mid-Plains MPL radio. That is midplainsleague.mixler.com. Drew Olson on the call for that. We will return here on Friday as the Blues take on the Bravos. Until then, this is Joe Compton saying good night, God bless, and see you next time here on Sunflower Sports Network. Thank you all for listening, and we will maybe see you Friday. If not,